needed to take that this storm, because these are the effects that we're seeing. We've heard from Chris, we've heard from Melissa that Helene has already upgraded to that category 4, and people really need to take this seriously. Chris has told us that this will potentially be a category 2 hurricane when it reaches us, well, not us here in Metro Atlanta, but parts of Georgia. So these images really illustrate why people are sounding the alarm and really advising everyone to take this seriously.
And you see these images, all that water already, and the storm has not even made it to those areas completely, has not made landfall. That causeway, one of many in the Tampa area going over Tampa Bay, that they have already shut down. It's just not safe for anyone to be out there.
It is certainly not. People have said that this may be unlivable. So we really are hoping that people have heeded those warnings. Down in South Georgia, we know that many people have been already taking those warnings seriously, bracing for the first impacts that we'll see from Helene here in Georgia.
Let's check back in with 11 Alive's Angelina Salcido. She is in Valdosta right now. So Angelina, we know you earlier were at a shelter where people will be riding out the storm. You're outside right now.
Yes, so we've been outside for the last few hours, kind of experiencing the different wind gusts that have been coming through, but also experiencing the rain as well. This is one of the more heavier patches of rain that we've been seeing. A little bit earlier, it was a little bit lighter than it is right now, but this is going to continue to deteriorate over time. And as you hear Chris and Melissa talking about all of the rain that we have been getting continuously over the last several hours, that of course is going to saturate the ground, and that is what people are concerned about. That's a part of the reason why they went to shelters, because they'd have a safe place for them to stay and not have to risk, when these heavy hurricane force winds come through, the possibility of tree limbs being knocked down. If you take a look this way, this is one of the stretch of roads where the trees tend to get knocked down, and so do the power lines. A woman that I spoke to who has lived here for several years with her husband tells me that they live just 3 miles away from the shelter that they chose to go to, but given the fact that when they know the ground gets saturated and the amount of trees that they have seen come down, she just knew that she had to evacuate. Take a listen to what she had to say about what it looked like after Hurricane Idalia passed through last August.
The more I heard about it, I thought about August of last year when there were so many trees falling here in Valdosta, and it was like a war zone. And I thought, we don't need to be in this house with all these trees. We had trees falling in our rental house and trees falling around our house, but nothing touched our house. But I heard about the wind speed and how the storm is really approaching fast, and I felt as if we needed to be prepared.
So she feels comfortable with where she is right now in this shelter that is just about 3 miles away from her home. But she does tell me also she's not concerned really about what her home looks like when she goes back tomorrow. Just the fact that her and her family are doing okay, that is all that matters to her about going through this storm, just because of the experience that they've had in the past. Right now in Lowndes County, they have a curfew that is in place from 8 p.m. all the way up until sunrise. I do want to stress, though, that they have told people that live in mobile homes to evacuate. If people that live in mobile homes have not evacuated, they can still do that and they can still go to a shelter. That curfew does not apply to those people. The EMA director is going to be talking to us soon. We'll bring you some updates from what they have seen around the county and what they're expecting as conditions continue to deteriorate here. We're live in Valdosta. Angelina Salcido, 11 Alive News.
All right, Angelina, thank you so much.